Hi friends, it's 1st of July and as per my commitment, I'm out to talk about people creating impact in my life and all the personalities who have come in my life at whatever levels, as I said 6,000 or 8,000, I don't know, whatever levels they have come in my life. I'm out to speak the first person who comes in my life is of course my mom. I, as I called her always. With I, my relations were always sweet and sour. There was a time when I grew up and we were always together. I had always, she has left us like 6 months back. She expired I lost her on 2nd of January 2020. Shubhata Parvatkar, as known after marriage. Before marriage, she was Sunanda Velinkar. Born to the late divas of Goa, Alka Velinkar and Tatoba Mangesh Velinkar. She grew up in Veli, very boisterous kind of a girl, hefty, tomboyish kind of a personality, who used to be one of the favorites, moving around in Veli, in the village of Veli, assisting her parents who were always out of their houses, doing dramas, moving all around Goa. And she used to be with them like a nagging child, always taken care, always pampered. The Veiling childhood was something very different for her, where she was everything what she wanted, she was wanted everything what she wanted, she could get it there. Pampered by the full Veiling village. Going into a lady, she got married to my father, Arun Parvatkar. She had to move from Veiling to Mumbai, then Bombay, in the Girgaon area, as my father belonged to the Parvatkar's family in the Girgaon. Her journey started from then on, seeing the outer world. She had little tough times with the family to adjust with a little different levels of lifestyles in Mumbai, in Bombay. And for that reason, my Baba had to leave. He left everything back and came down to Goa. Then onwards, she was like a backbone to Baba for everything, from moving from Mumbai to Veiling to Ponda, Veiling to Margao to Ponda, and Ponda to Pendant. In different moments of his life, she was like his backbone all the way through. Supporting Baba was the only cause, and she was married at the age of 16, and Baba was, I think, 21 at that time. The child was born to her very early, at the age of 17 or 18, I guess, and there were responsibilities. Taking care of the struggling days when Baba had to start his business, backing him up, like her attitude of before marriage, the thin tomboyish, as I said, very tough lady with character and whatever levels. She stood behind Baba. Baba was a simple man, an honest man, but my mom was a very dynamic personality. To get us to that health and hygiene levels, at that era, with what my Baba was earning, she used to be the main factor. Struggling days and little bit hyped in emotions. She backed him up in every struggle of his. Other side of her was she always wanted to do something, and she wanted to get into business line, help Baba into. He had his printing presses. She used to support him in the printing press works, control the labor, controlling the labor as well as managing the finances, giving us a good standard of living, being a middle class family. Baba's daily expenses, everything she used to manage. She used to be helping him out with most of the things. And there came a time when she was involved with Shashikala Kakodkar, who became the CM at that particular time in the late 70s, I guess, early 80s, late 70s, when MGP came into rule, the first time when she became CM. And she was involved in a lot of campaigns of her, moving around, supporting her cause. And that's when she came to be known as Sunan Tai. Everybody started her Tai. She got that pet name like Tai, and like in Wailing area, in Mardol area, in Piror area, in Panjim where we used to, Ponda area also. In Panjim area was the second time when she became the CM the second time. So she was involved in a lot of social activities where she was all the time with Shashikala Kakodkar. I remember the banners being done at home, MGP banners. Were literally screen printed at my house, and my mom used to go early mornings and return evenings with the Bicholim area campaigns at that particular time, or the Piyol area, I don't remember exactly, but she was much involved in that, and this helped her development of personality, and she got a rapport in everywhere she moved around. She helped many Goans, not Goans I say, people from Wailing, people from Ponda, people from Panjim, Santinez. She helped many people get jobs during that particular era. And she was getting stronger and stronger. She was very talented. She started learning to puppet shows. She had experience of working in stage before. And then she started cooking recipes and a few things where she started innovative cooking at that particular time. There was no Google and all this shows and all that stuff. So innovative cooking, everybody was cooking the normal things, and she had the innovation cooking and very few dishes, extraordinary, she used to cook. So that was a talented side of hers where she had a dynamic personality who got us moving and getting into a level of proper living and guiding Baba, in fact I should say, to understand livinghood and giving their children the right things to have a learning basis. Nobody had that, no guidelines that time much. Everybody was learning, watching, learning. So she had that kind of, I still remember her every feast in Goa, in Panjim, and that particular, the purchases used to be from those things, nice furniture things used to come, whatever we used to get those things from at that particular time. But she used to not stop. Everyday marketing, whatever, fresh food. She had her own views and own concepts, which she actually made Baba follow them, and he had to really do it for her. And that was the good thing which we grew up with. And to get that kind of nothing like they would enjoy and they would put it on us to suffer. No, they would struggle. And we literally got the best of life, to be frank and to be straight. That was the best part of IE at that particular time. Then came a time when during Baba used to be a curator moving around to doing some shows. So the Russians used to come and all over India they used to go. There came a time when she went with Baba to Udaipur, and there also Baba was very aggressive at his work, and he was well presented by Kala Akademi. Baba used to work in Kala Akademi. She was a well-known figure within the staff of Kala Akademi, because she used to always, Baba was a simple guy, but she was always in a aggressive and action mode. I remember those instances. I should be around 10 or 12 years of age or 8, and something's happening around, they should discuss in the evenings. And so I'm trying to, it's like not a study I have asked somebody, it's my relation. So I am the one who's thinking what way the things were happening. So she went to Udaipur, and when she came back, she got this kidney stone. That was something I think around era of 88, 89, I guess, when I was in 11th standard. And she got operated for this stone, and she almost got operated about 5 operations in Bombay, also laser operation in Goa. So that's where the turning point for her and things started, where she became a little bit kind of laid back, and where she started little grumpiness. She was upset with her, she could not move around much, started staying home, and but that's the time when I was pushing her to get into moment and be the same way. And this is the other side of things that happened in her life. Her elder son was away from her, the younger son also was away from her. So this actually had a heavy toll on her thinking process, her still she kept on moving, it was like she kept on moving, but this negativity which got into her a little bit later in life was basically we are only responsible because we moved on for our career, and she was not that great sort of a mind where she could understand that the kids have to go out and do their things. She is just very loving, and she wanted her kids in front of her all the time. And then this happened that we had to move out of for our careers, and that is the time she fell very sick. Sick in the sense she had no kind of any kind of disease or any kind of a thing, but she had just curled herself down in a cocoon where she did not want to do something much beyond than what she could. We had a lot of differences, and our thinking process was different. And I was actually lucky at one particular time. Maybe it was I have a lot of her in me at one particular. I believe in that way, but we are just trying to move it. I'm trying to move it in a different levels. But we had a lot of differences, and a lot of things I used to always tell her to get well, move, and a lot of things used to happen. And she used to love me like hell. She used to listen, and then again she used to get into her own kind of a cocoon, as I said. One good thing, one of the most biggest contributions of her in my life was that Veena was her choice, and of course we're in love later on, but it was her choice, and that could tell me that she exactly knew what I wanted in life, and she got Veena in my life. Having both her sons, whom she loved beyond imaginations, away from her, had paid a heavy toll on her in her life. And luckily Baba was there with her to take care of her all the way through, at least the last 30 to 25 years, I can say, where she was totally in a different cycle of what Sunandai was and what everybody used to think of her at that particular. She had done a lot of sacrifices for us. We tried to keep her happy, but she could never accept our offerings, and she was always in her own kind of world, an unhappy world in a kind of way, which we wanted to see her always happy. It was very nice, a dynamic Goan lady, did get recognized over the last 5 years from the Goa government. We did not push for anything for her to get or something, but it did come on its own. And yes, we miss her a lot. She's watching us and protecting us, and from heaven, from top, and doing much for me and our family and us. She's with her piece of cake, her best son. They both are in heaven and watching us from top. We miss you a lot. And I have in me, that's what is you, a lot of it. That's it.